there is a very important psychological principle that you must have become a habit. As you go through any given day, any week, any month, any year, there are going to be things that happen that bother you. Okay? I might look on my phone, my cameras at my house, and see that one of my dogs just pooped on the carpet. You might be sitting there and all of a sudden you want to get through an intersection because you're late and it turns red and you can't make it through, and it's this big hairy intersection that takes forever before it's green again for you. You could have something happen with a patient where you really thought that they were going to be coming back and be a good person to start, and the CA tells you that they just canceled their appointment and that they'll call you in the future. Okay? All of these things, something happens with the kid, something happens health-wise where something's bothering you. Something happens at an airport, something happens. I was in an airport the other day, I'm running through the Atlanta airport, okay, to A23. I get there and the plane is backing out, and there I sit, and it's 10 o'clock at night. Where do I stay? What do I do? When's the next flight? How's it going to jack up the next day because I have to fly the next day? Things like this are a part of life, okay? I want you to realize there's going to be all these awesome things that happen, and there's going to be some stuff that happens that you don't like. And there's just going to be a lot of stuff that's just in the middle. Okay? You cannot go through life and think, oh, for me, every meal I get at every restaurant will be perfect. Sometimes it won't be good. My favorite steak place is Morton's, the famous Chicago steakhouse. And there are different cities around the country. There's 1-2 blocks from where my place is in Florida. I go there, and if the steak is crummy, I know that going in, that can happen every once in a while. It'll be great, 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 great. They can't all be great. That's stupid to think that. There'll be one that's crummy. Am I going to be mad? I'm just going to go, it's just the way it works. Sometimes you get one that isn't that good. Can't tell by looking at it from the outside. Okay? That's just the way it is. See, people let themselves get all happy, and then they're all mad, and then this is exciting, and then that really has them all PO'd. You get the idea? And they live that pathetic life versus being more steady. In fact, what I might say is this. Watch. This life, steady brings you more success because your mind is more clear. Because once you get emotional people are weak because their emotions are running their body and not their mind. It's either your mind is running everything or your emotions. Okay? And everybody knows once you get emotional, you get weak and foolish and make bad decisions and do things that are rash without thinking ahead, and on and on and on, and stuff that you regret. So here's my whole point. Anytime something happens, no matter how large or small, that you don't like or that makes you mad, you have to say this: oh, joy. Okay? I look and I see that the dog pooped on the kitchen floor, and I just go, oh, joy. See how hilarious that is? Like, oh, joy. Or marvelous. Or, oh, how excellent. Okay? In other words, it's something that's a negative, and you use a real positive word for it because it's so funny and it sets the right tone in your mind. Like, oh, plane's backing away, have no idea what I'm going to do. It's like, oh, joy. All right? But by doing that, there's more to it than just sort of the humor of it all and being able to handle it and be cool and smart. It actually causes your mind to go into a state of being able to solve things better. Like, oh, joy. Okay? Oh, there's a hurricane rolling in. Ooh, joy. It's like, oh, joy. Or you go to work out and like there's a zillion people in there and you got these goofy people, their music is too loud and they think they need to sing it out. You're just going, oh, joy. Joy at the gym today. right? So it's always, oh, joy, or just like, oh, marvelous. Okay? All right? Use a positive term to describe and get it to where, again, this is a habit. For me, it's just automatic. I mean, for me, it's just the second I see anything, I just say, oh, joy. In fact, I'll even send messages. If something's kind of rough, I'll just go, oh, are we having loads of joy yet? Okay. Are we in a state of extreme joy right now? Or like, Tory, this just happened. And I go, oh, joy. Okay. Use this habit. It keeps your mind in the right state. Because remember now, let me show you this very quickly here. I'll pull it up on the screen. There's a lot more to this. It seems kind of funny what we're talking about, but you keeping your mind clear is really the name of the game, okay? I want to get to this particular diagram. This is the one I like the best. Let's see if it's clear enough for you to see it. Otherwise, I'll use a different one. Here is the power versus force scale, okay? You see here, it doesn't want to come in very clear. Let's see if this one will. Oh, I suppose we could use this one too. Notice here on the right what we've got. You see at the lower levels here, we got despising and miserable and shame and guilt and grief and fear. But you see down here, anger, hate, aggression, vengeful. You see how that's below the dotted line? These are negative and repelling states of vibration. Notice where joy is. Joy is way up here at 540 on the scale. 200 is required for high performance growth of any kind. So when you have something that bothers you and makes you anxious or in a state of despair, or you're mad, okay, or you're disappointed or possibly frightened, okay, and you say, oh, joy, look what you do. You elevate above the situation immediately into a state that will naturally bring good things to you, i.e. solutions, the way out, the right opportunity, the person who can show up and help you, or a million other examples. Controlling the mind is the key. Now, this particular diagram we also love, and here we see it similar. Now, we don't like it that it's a little bit unclear. Maybe this one's better. It's a little small. But what my point is here, anytime something happens that you think is negative, okay, we use the term, oh, joy, or oh, the bliss we're having right now, okay? Okay, to get your mind right. So in other words, either your emotions control you or you control your emotions. Most people live a life basically like a dog. They just run around reacting to stuff. That's good. That's bad. I like that. I don't like that. They basically live a reactive. Circumstances control what they think. Pushes them this way, pulls them that way. It's a weak puppet sheep type of life. You control your mind. Something happens and I decide to go, oh, joy, I have control. I'll think about it what I want. It's not good or bad. It just is. And I might have to be put in a situation where I got to figure something out. And not everything goes the way you want. It's not supposed to. It's foolish to think that, okay? There's going to be lots of things that happen. So you just say, oh, joy. You keep yourself in the higher vibratory state. You don't let things pull you down here because that's what weak people do. This is what strong people do. And of course, this is one of the secrets to you living. Bring my picture back over here. Living and leading what we call the victorious chiropractic life. Oh, joy. That's what you want to say. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. You got it. Great job.